Well, I really am here with the queen of conservatism in this country, Phyllis Schlafly, one of my heroes, mentors. You took me to my first CPAC, going back, I won't say how many years ago, because it might date us both, but I just want to know what you see looking back at a life as an activist and where we are now and where we are headed right now. I want to know what you see on the horizon.
Well, I'm very concerned about the future of our country and the damage that Obama has done. And he told us that his game plan was to fundamentally transform the United States, and he's tried to do that. But we've been in difficult times before, and I would say after the Goldwater defeat in '64, people were very depressed, thought we could never elect a Republican, a real conservative. And then came Ronald Reagan, and we elected him. And then after Reagan was gone, we had another period of depression. But I think we've shown that the grassroots can rise up and take over the party, which is, I think, the best vehicle for saving our country. We have a two-party system. I think going a third-party route is a waste of time and a dead-end road. But the grassroots have rallied before and beaten the establishment, and they can do it again.
Do you think this president is impeachable?
He will not be impeached. I think he's done plenty of things that deserve impeachment, but the House doesn't have the courage to do that.
What needs to happen for us to win the White House in 2016?
Well, we have to elect the Republican Senate this year, and that is so vitally important because you never know, somebody might die on the Supreme Court, and there might be another vacancy, and that would be dreadful. We cannot allow Obama to have another appointment to the Supreme Court, and so we need to stop many other things that we can stop if we have the Republicans take back the Senate. So that's the first job. And after we do that, then I think we can move on to run a better candidate for the presidents the next time around.
You are credited, rightly so, with the single-handed defeat, really, of the women's rights. Why can't I say this right now? Equal Rights Amendment. Equal Rights Amendment. And so I want to ask you, looking at where we are now as women, statistics scare me. Like, I know there's a Pew Research statistic that says that only 20% of women who warm the church pews on Sunday actually get out and vote, even in a general election. Phyllis, talk to women and tell them why do they need to not just vote, but to be activists?
Yes, well, that's what we've done at Eagle Forum, is to get women, particularly, men too. We have some state presidents who are men, but most of them are women. And we have encouraged them to be active in politics. I'm active in politics. I think that's where the fun is, and that's where the battle is. And if you want to save our country, we have to do it in a political way. We don't do it by some of the ways that they have in other countries. We're not a banana republic, I hope. We're not a place where we overthrow the people in power by street fights. We do it by elections. And that requires a little skill to figure out how the game is played and then get your candidate elected. And I've encouraged, and we have a wonderful organization of women and men who are interested enough and will give enough of their time to make a change. And I believe we can do that in the next few years.
You have been outspoken about your feelings that, your belief that we need to force our politicians to adhere to the party platform, which you worked very hard to make sure that remained pro-life, pro-marriage, pro-family. Who on the horizon of the candidates do you believe will best adhere to the planks that matter the most to Eagle Forum in the party platform?
Well, now, Gina, you are not going to get me to announce my candidate for president. It's too early for that. I'm looking at them all. But adherence to the platform is a very important ticking point for any candidate who's running. The pro-life plank, recognizing the fundamental individual right to life of the unborn baby, has been the same since 1984, and we expect to continue that. And any candidate should pledge his fealty to that. Then the marriage, we have a good marriage plank in the platform, and we see this tremendous fight going on to try to change the definition of marriage. I think candidates need to present a plan for dealing with these supremacist judges who are trying to take it upon themselves to redefine marriage that we've had for centuries. And so those are big issues, but there are a lot of other issues too. And it's a good way that we can identify whether they're going to stand by the platform or not. For example, another point that I'm very interested in is our platform calls for military superiority of the United States. And it's not enough to be for a strong national defense. We have to have military superiority, and that is the best key to our peace and the peace of the world.
You've been compared to a lot of amazing women in history. Who's your favorite? Who do you think is most closely like Phyllis Schlafly of all the amazing women you've been compared to?
I don't know the answer to that, but my particular hero is George Washington.
But he's not a woman.
No, no, he's not, but I think women are capable of doing whatever they want to. It's so unfortunate that the feminists teach women to be unhappy and teach them they are an oppressed class of people, oppressed by the patriarchy. And that's not so. American women can do whatever they want, and my life has sort of proved it.
It certainly has. Tell us one thing, last question, one thing that you want to make sure people know about Phyllis Schlafly that they might not know.
Well, we've built an organization of people who care about our country, care enough to give of their time, resources, money, and effort to make it a great country and keep it a great country. And that runs all the way from education issues to national security issues and all those money issues in between.
EagleForum.org, correct?
EagleForum.org.
All right, Phyllis Schlafly, thank you so much. God bless you.